Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me again for another video. This is going to be a meditation video, and hopefully it will help you guys feel a little bit more relaxed. It's very simple. We're just going to use the breath. We're just going to follow the breath. We're not going to change the breath in any way. There's no kind of counting breath or holding or changing. It's going to go at your own natural rhythm. So just kind of go with it, really. If you haven't done any breath meditation before, it's easy. It's very easy. The breath is something that is always there for us, so it's very easy to use for meditation. You can use it anytime, any place, because we all breathe. We always breathe, and it's easy to find your breath if you're not familiar with listening for your breath or with sitting. Just noticing your breath. It's always a good idea to put the hand on the tummy, or to put your hand on your chest, and you can feel the tummy expand and contract as you breathe, or you can feel the chest rise and fall. So if you're not sure how to find your breath or how to notice it, you can just put a hand on the tummy or put a hand on the chest, and then over time you'll start to notice it without having to do that. So you can do this meditation sitting or lying down, whatever's comfortable. It's not going to be too long, 5-10 minutes, so you don't have to worry about getting the optimum meditation position. You can sit cross-legged if you want, you can sit in a chair, you can lie on the sofa, do it in bed, lie on the floor, whatever's comfortable for you guys. So if you just want to get yourself nice and comfy, feel free to pause this if you need to go and get yourself all comfified and cozy and ready to go. Make all the adjustments that you need to make sure that you're nice and comfortable and you're able to lie down or sit without having to kind of continually shuffle or adjust your position. And then whenever you're ready, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to bring your awareness down to your breath, however that feels for you. So I want you to just notice your breath. And if you need to put a hand on your tummy or your chest, you can do that. If noticing the breath for you is feeling the cool air going in through the nose and the warmer air out through the nose, notice it that way. If the breath for you is how it sounds in your ears, whatever works for you, just notice your breath. Start to notice how your inhale feels. Start to notice the rise of the tummy and the ribcage. As you breathe in, notice that expansion. And then start to notice how your exhale feels. Notice how the tummy contracts, the chest falls, your lungs completely empty. I want you to just notice how that feels. Don't change it in any way. And now that you're familiar with how your breath feels, just start to notice the rhythm of your breath. Notice the continual inhale, exhale rhythm that you have going on. Just notice your own rhythm and your own pattern. And now that we've got used to our pattern, we know what our breath feels like, we know what our inhale and exhale feels like, we're going to just keep our attention focused on the breath. And we're going to do this using two very simple words that you're just going to say in your head as you breathe. So on your inhale, you're mentally going to say the word just. And as you exhale, you're mentally going to say the word this. So it's just on the inhale and this on the exhale. If your breath is fast, you'll be saying it faster. If your breath is slow, you can slow it right down. We're not changing the breath or changing the speed. We're saying these words with the rhythm of your own breath. So it's just on the inhale and this on the exhale. And you might notice that your mind wanders away or random thoughts pop into your mind. And that's okay, that's what our mind does, that's fine. But if you notice that your mind's wandering away, just gently invite it back to those two words. Just gently bring it back. Don't judge yourself for this because everybody's mind wanders. But just gently invite it back to the word just on the inhale and this on the exhale. Just on the inhale and this on the exhale. And as you're focused on the breath, what you hopefully will have noticed is that the mind wanders away less and less often. So at the start it's continually wandering away and you're thinking about what you've done in the past, what you're going to do in the future. But every time you invite it back, and every time you focus more on the breath and on those two words, the mind starts to wander less and less. It becomes easier to focus on your breath. And as the mind wanders less, and as the mind slows down, your whole body relaxes, your breath relaxes, you feel more at peace. And hopefully you feel a bit more grounded as well. And just keep on focusing on those two words, just on the inhale, and this on the exhale. And just before we gently finish this meditation, just notice your breath and how it feels again, and notice if it's any different. Notice if focusing on the breath has done anything to change it naturally without you even trying. And then I want you to start to bring your attention back into the room that you're in, back into the moment that you're in. Start to become aware of all of the sounds that you can hear inside the room that you're in. Start to become aware of the sounds you can hear outside the room. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin. And whether you're sitting down or lying down, you can start to move your hands and your feet or your fingers and toes. Maybe start to move your arms, give yourself a bit of a stretch. If you're lying down, you could hug your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side or front to back. And if you are lying down, in your own time, just come up to a seated position and open your eyes, whether you're seated or lying down. And just before we finish this video, I want to say I hope you feel a lot more grounded, a lot calmer. And this is a really simple technique that you can use anywhere. You can use it sitting on the bus, you can use it sitting in work. If work doesn't mind you closing your eyes for a second, you can do it with your eyes open when you're more experienced, but it's better to start with your eyes closed. If you're feeling really stressed, just nip into the loo for 2 minutes and focus on your breath. You can do it sitting, waiting for the kettle to boil, lying in bed before you go to sleep. It's so simple because the breath is something that's always there. It's the first thing we experience whenever we're born, and it's the last thing we experience before we leave life. So the breath is always there for you. It's always there for you to focus on and help you. And those two simple words can just help you really drop your focus down into your breath and start to feel a lot more grounded and connected with the moment that you're in. So hopefully this has helped. It's just a little short one for you today, but you can obviously expand this out as long as you want if you're doing it yourself. And thanks very much for joining me. And as always, namaste.